Hello and welcome to another edition of Thursday Night Smackdown. This is the final chapter before we get to Payback. Payback is a mere 3 days away. With that being said, Smackdown, the final hit. Before we get to the pay-per-view, we're going to make this as big as it can, so let's run through the card. The dark match, Bad News Barrett and Zack, or with Zack Ryder in his corner, I should say. Remember, he won Zack Ryder's contract back at Extreme Rules, beats Adam Rose with ease, quickly coming up through the ranks. Bad News Barrett hasn't been on much this month, but he has been doing pretty good. Our opening contest, we've got the world's strongest tag team coming back for a reunion, taking on Criss Alexander and a partner of his choosing. Of course, he chose Rob Van Dam. Tag team action, that's how we're kicking Smackdown off. Moving on to the next match, Curtis Axel and Ryback, former tag team partners. Curtis Axel was a top contender until last week when Criss Alexander picked off Big Show and Curtis Axel to claim the number one contender spot. Now these two will face off. They get to settle their bad blood, and they get to write another chapter in the history between these two. Moving on to the next match, we've got Alex Snow representing the Celtic Dynasty, with his brother in his corner taking on Titus O'Neil with Darren Young in his corner. And like I said, these two will meet at the pre-show at the pay-per-view Payback. These two definitely are going to they're going to fight with their last breath, and they are going to make sure that they get that little momentum boost going into the pay-per-view. Celtic Dynasty really making a name for themselves here in the iWWE real quick. Moving on to the next match, Sheamus will get his chance to face Sting in our co-main event. Sheamus has been falling down the ranks. Luckily, he secured a spot in the pay-per-view. He will face Adrian Alexander to kick things off at Payback, but tonight he goes through the Icon, which brings us to our main event. Randy Orton, the Legend Killer, was going to take on Adrian Alexander. Adrian is another person who's been coming up the ranks real fast here. He's been busting his ass for the last 16 years. He says this is finally his year. Who knows, with Money in the Bank coming up next month, maybe it will be his year, but you know how we do it. We kick it off from the top. Going into our opening contest, the tag team match, let's get started. This was originally a pick your partner match. Big Show feeling like he's got some leftover frustration with Criss. Of course, Big Show picked his former tag team partner, Mark Henry. The world's strongest tag team comes back for tonight to face Criss Alexander, and the person he chose, Rob Van Dam. Now, Van Dam had a classic match with AJ Styles just a couple weeks ago. AJ Styles came out the winner, but nothing could be taken away from Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam is still as naturally gifted as he was 10, even 20 years ago. This match is definitely going to be one for the ages. Criss can use this match as an advantage to get a little bit of momentum going into the pay-per-view, where he will definitely have his hands full when he faces the big guy, Ryback, for the Intercontinental Championship. This is one fall to a finish, disqualifications and countouts all in effect. We are here in Chicago, Illinois, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know. This man lost to Ryback last month at Extreme Rules. Lost a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. You know, he's pissed off already, and then to have his chance again ruined last week by Criss Alexander. Big Show is going to try to make sure that Criss doesn't make it to Payback in one piece. Criss is looking at the other way. Just another obstacle for Criss to overcome. More momentum for Criss to gain going into the match. And I think that's really what it's about. You got to look at it like that. Because they always say, if you don't see yourself as the greatest performer on the card, if you don't see yourself as already the iWWE champion, you probably shouldn't be here. And the other half of the world's strongest tag team, Mark Henry. Also two veterans, two future Hall of Famers. Can't take anything away from either competitor. Well, you could, but if you think about the longevity of their career compared to most of the other wrestlers, it says a lot. And their size and their strength is still something you cannot put down. Criss and Rob Van Dam are both small guys. They're not going to be able to lift these guys up easily. Look at that, they are ready. And here comes the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, Criss Alexander. As you can see, these fans are hyped. As they should. They know they're about to get the whole damn show and the prophetic Messiah. I know Criss is more than ready for this match. He's ready to finally shut the Big Show up. And this match is definitely going to help. Another loss for Big Show can definitely either shut someone up or you're pissing a giant off. And those are two very different sides of the spectrum you really want to be on. Although Criss claims he is the greatest to ever do it, he's got a chance to prove that he is one of the most technically gifted superstars on the roster. Look at that, just bumping into Mark Henry. As he waits for his partner. Again, another veteran. Future legend. Legend, future Hall of Famer, I should say. There he is. Rob Van Dam. The whole effing show, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, he had a 5-star match, no pun intended, with AJ Styles just a couple weeks ago. He's coming back to help out Criss Alexander. Can he come back from that loss? Even though, like I said, there's nothing to be taken away from Rob Van Dam. That match was incredible. But can Van Dam, can he re-emerge from that loss with Criss at his side? If you ask me, oh man, 2 Giants. Big Show's going to start things off with Criss. I wouldn't expect anything different. And Big Show taking the initiative. Huge pendulum backbreaker. Now driving that hand deep into that shoulder, that pressure point. It's going to make your hand fall asleep. It's going to do a lot more than that. Oh, huge right hand from a freaking 7-foot giant, and that's the strength and the height. Well, even if Criss does become champion, if Big Show becomes a contender again, this is what he's going to have to deal with. Big Show already going for the cover, trying to put the contender away early, making a statement. Not going to happen, though. Jeez. Like I said, you know, Big Show is not going to let Criss go to that pay-per-view, into that match in one piece. And he's just all over him. Oh, that belly button punch allows Criss to get up. I don't care how tough you are. If you get punched in the belly button, that shit fucking hurts. Oh, and Criss eats a big boot every time he tries to get some offense going. Big Show's there to stop it, and that's why it pays to be a freaking giant, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, DDT drops 450 pounds on the top of his cranium and makes the tag out to Rob Van Dam. Van Dam and Big Show, no strangers either. Of course, if you remember back when WWE rebooted ECW, Big Show was the one to beat Van Dam for the ECW championship. And that was when Rob Van Dam said he started spiraling downhill. Lost the WWE title not long after. Released by WWE not long after that. He's back though. He's back to get what he messed up. Took 10 years. But I think he's finally there. There's that wheelbarrow kick. Drops Mark Henry. But Mark Henry quick to get back up. And look at that power. Jesus. Criss trying to help Van Dam. And there he is. Get back into this. And Van Dam. Look at this. The fresh tags. I feel like Mark Henry and Big Show can go longer though. Because look at that. Not even affecting him. But that kick will. That kick will drop you. I don't care how big and how strong you are. A giant kick to your head is going to bring you down. Here we go. Classic Criss fashion. Mark Henry back to his feet now. And a headbutt. Another perk you get when you're a giant. Now here we go, 1 and 2. Barely a 2 count. Criss definitely, I think, trying to send a statement to Big Show as well as Ryback that his resilience is off the charts. And Criss gets the tag. Rob Van Dam's coming in. Look at that. Drops the giant, knocks Mark Henry off the apron. Oh, a nice jawbreaker. Again, giant down. Rob Van Dam gaining a whole bunch of offense here. Here we go, top rope. Are we going to see it? Are we going to see? No, we're going to see Still, though, a senton from the top rope. Rolling Thunder. Rob Van Dam hits it. He's going for the cover on the giant one. It's 2. That's only 2. Big Show kicks out just in the nick of time. Now Big Show getting, back to his feet. A huge right hand. Uh-oh. This looks like a power bomb. Oh, no. Modified flapjack. A Big Show looks like he may be putting the finishing touches on Van Dam. That spear. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. No, kick out. Kicked out. Van Dam kicked out of the spear. I don't know how he did it. He's got to make the tag to Criss. Van Dam is hurt. Oh, here we go. He's got that right hook. Van Dam, don't get up. Oh, beat Big Show to the punch. No pun intended. Van Dam trying to make the comeback. He's got to make the tag. And now a senton again. I don't know how much more Van Dam has left in the tank. And another jawbreaker. Oh, what's Criss doing? Did Criss just abandon Rob Van Dam? I think Criss, what is Criss doing? He just ducked the tag from Rob Van Dam. I don't like where this is going, ladies and gentlemen, but either way, we got to get back to this. Look at Van Dam just completely ignoring Criss. Criss not even looking, and Van Dam coast to coast. I think Van Dam's going to try to win this despite of Criss. Wait, Criss is coming in. Trying to stop Mark Henry. He leaps on him. Van Dam's still only getting a 2 count, though. If I was Rob Van Dam, I wouldn't. I don't know how much I could trust Criss Alexander. Unless I think Criss just wants to stay 100% for Payback, but still Van Dam is getting beat up in there, and now this is what Criss wanted to avoid. This had to have been what Criss wanted to avoid. It was that right hook that just knocked Rob Van Dam out. Either way, Criss breaks the pin-up. Van Dam's still in this. How much longer, though? There's Mark Henry trying to get Criss, but we see Criss in the lower hand corner there. Big Show, though, putting his attention on Rob Van. Oh, God. Choke slam from the second rope. Jesus. Someone's got to stop this and just brutal assault on Rob Van Dam. Criss wants to keep it alive. Criss wants to win. Big Show again, just clubbing Van Dam, who just wants to try to get to his feet. Oh my God. Another devastating right hand. Big Show fell to a knee. I think he's exhausted. That allows Van Dam to get an opening. That was the opening Van Dam was looking for. Again, Big Show down to one knee. But Big Show too strong, overpowering Van Dam, and now Big Show gets the tag to Mark Henry. These fans are not enjoying this too much. Mark Henry's got Van Dam in the tree of woe, completely defenseless, and just stomping away at him. As long as Criss doesn't get it hurt, right? Right? This is sick. Van Dam had no idea what he was walking into tonight. I don't think any of us knew what Van Dam was walking into tonight. He was nice enough to be Criss's partner, and now Criss isn't even going to help the guy. Mark Henry throwing Van Dam out to the ring. Van Dam trying to hold his own. Surprisingly enough doing so, but still Mark Henry. Now look at the strength. Again, Van Dam. Now being thrown back into the ring before a 5 count. Mark Henry having his way with Van Dam here. Off the ropes. Oh, Van Dam. Rake to the eyes. I think he needed that. Backbreaker. Russian leg sweep. The fans just got a bolt of energy again. Criss not letting him get the tag. What the hell? I don't know what the hell Criss is doing. Criss is not letting Van Dam get the tag, but he's also not letting him lose. He's making Van Dam do all the work. Look at that, finally gets the tag. I think Criss better be expecting to complete this match, because if he's not, I don't think Van Dam's going to be too cooperative. Nonetheless, still came around. Oh! Big Show busted wide open. Van Dam gets Big Show out of the ring. Mark Henry, though, taking down Criss. These two are finally starting to work as a unit. Oh, here we go. Criss is in trouble. Shades of the Junkyard Dog. Now trying to go for the pin. Not getting any of it, though. Now Big Show throwing Van Dam out of the ring. Criss getting back into this. Criss, oh my goodness, I thought he was actually going to lift up Mark Henry, but walked into the world's strongest slam. That's a rope break. Now Criss. Oh, now Big Show and Mark Henry. No. Big Show just getting Criss up for him and now sending him into the corner. What's he thinking? Oh, God, don't do it. That huge mass. Oh, good God. We're starting to come back. And the prophecy from out of nowhere. Good night, Mark Henry. That will put your lights out. Van Dam now. Only a 2 count. Van Dam, though, still on the offense. A Big Show. Mark Henry turning the tides, as you would expect. Sending Criss right into the corner. This is not looking good for Criss and Van Dam. I don't know why Criss wasn't working as a... Oh, here we go. Criss leaping off, and there's that cannonball jump. Criss now going top rope again, but Mark Henry crawling away. Criss trying to catch his breath. Took too long. Mark Henry, elbow right to the back of the head. You know that's gotta hurt. Jeez, just throwing him into the corner. That is the strength that these guys have. Criss Alexander beaten down. Van Dam beaten down. 2. Kick out just before 3. Criss Alexander still has life. Criss Alexander not letting Mark Henry get any offense in. Better watch out. Big Show's right behind you. And oh, a nice side kick from the prophetic Messiah. Criss now tagging out to Van Dam. I think Criss may have had enough. I think he got his fair share of fighting. And oh, Van Dam just lifted up. What now? Big Show doesn't want any part of this. Big Show's telling Mark Henry to do more damage. I think Criss and Big Show are on the same, or were on the same page. I don't know what these guys can't get along. I think we should have just had a singles match. Here we go. DDT. Busted Mark Henry open. And now Criss looking for it. Is he going to be able to lift the big man up? He spins him. Prophetic Plex, he does. He gets Mark Henry off his feet. He puts him flat on the mat. He drags him center of the ring, hooks the leg, and Van Dam now is a winner. Criss Alexander picks up the victory. Weren't on the same page at first, but damn did they get it done. However, Criss did not beat the Big Show. But still making a statement to everybody in this match and to Ryback. Ladies and gentlemen, they were not working together at first, but they still kept it alive because of the respect that they had for each other. Mark Henry and Big Show fell apart at the end, and it cost them. I think Big Show knew the end was coming near. Didn't want to be the one to be put down. Let Mark Henry be the sacrificial lamb, if you will. And there it is. Van Dam, Criss Alexander taking the win. Well, I think the first couple words have been written of the book. If Criss wins the Intercontinental Championship this Sunday, I think we may already have the match in store. Nonetheless, coming up next, Curtis Axel, Intercontinental Champion Ryback. They're in action next. Former tag team partners, now on opposite sides of the ring. Curtis Axel was a top contender for the Intercontinental Championship up until last week when Criss Alexander won the triple threat match, granting him the #1 contendership. Now we have the what if match. What if Curtis Axel won the triple threat? What if he went to Payback and this right here was the match that we saw instead of Criss Alexander and Ryback? As I said, Curtis Axel has been about the hustle since the reset. He's on. He needs to get past the obstacles in his way. He needs to gain the Intercontinental Championship. And from there, he can move up to the iWWE Championship and become a WWE Champion, just like his father, Mr. Perfect. Tonight, Curtis Axel has his chance. He's going in a non-title match against the Intercontinental Champion, who he could have been facing if he had won the triple threat match. Like I said, this is the what-if match. Criss Alexander looks ready and determined. I know he wants to win, and a win over a champion in non-title form is perfect. But this guy has been on a roll as well. Last week defeated JBL. He's got Criss Alexander this Sunday. Feed me more. That's what he wants. He's going to get that. And Criss Alexander won his match that had just happened moments ago. Can Ryback do the same thing? Can he win? Can he match this ride of momentum that Criss Alexander seems to have? Ryback is another guy who wants to get out of this mid-card division. He wants to move up to the iWWE Championship. Don't get me wrong, I know he's appreciative and he loves that Intercontinental Championship. But if he could choose, and I'm sure we'd all say the same thing, he would choose the iWWE Championship, which he believes he was screwed out of a couple years ago. Ryback is definitely on par to get back in the main event and to have actually earned a shot in the main event. Here we go. Powerbomb. Right now, Ryback making easy work of his former tag team partner. You know, they know each other so well. Like I said, when you ride with these guys and you train with these guys and you're in the ring with these guys and you can see what they can do every single night, you're going to know what to do. You're going to know what puts your opponent down. You're going to know what your opponent's weak against because he was your partner. That's why this match is going to be real exciting, because they were former partners. Ryback drops that, ducks the drop kick. Drop toe hold, though, brings the big guy down. Ryback now trying to gather some offense, gather more offense. Nice European uppercut. Now sending Ryback into the corner. Ryback just using his strength, but Criss Alexander answers, going for the big boot, but Axel with a nice wrestling slam, wrestling takedown. Working on the legs. If you work on the legs of Ryback, that meat hook clothesline will not be a factor. That shell shock will not be a factor, because if you cannot put weight on a foot, it's history. And again, another power bomb. Not just one, though. Lifts him up again. Two. Not just two, though. Lifts him up. And three. That is the strength of your Intercontinental Champion, Criss Alexander. Take notice. 1, 2, and kick out. Ryback is making short work of a top contender. He made short work of the Big Show last month. Will Criss Alexander be another contender that Ryback makes short work of? Criss Alexander now unloading on the big guy, but now being stopped by a big boot, and the strength of Ryback demonstrated here. Just going to work on those ribs. Going for the pin now. One. That's only one, though. That's impressive. Criss Alexander not showing any signs of slowing down despite the punishment he's been taking. And here we go. Sidewalk slam. One, two, only two. Drop kick now. Criss Alexander loving those drop kicks. And here we go. Snapmare brings the champion down. Criss Axel, another drop kick. I'll tell you, those drop kicks do look pretty perfect. And a running neck snap. Axel now putting short work of the champion. 1, that's 2, and a kick out. Criss Axel looks like he's shocked. I don't know if he's giving Ryback everything he's got. Uh-oh. Ryback's got no elbows. Criss Axel gets out of whatever the hell that could have been, and it's not enough. Ryback catches Axel. Power bomb. Not just one. Lifts him up. Down again. And 3 times the charm. That's 3 power bombs. Oh, here we go. Feed him more. Feed him more. Meat hook clothesline. 3 power bombs and a meat hook clothesline. If that doesn't keep you down. 1, 2, and a kick out. I think Ryback's even shocked, but you know what you gotta do, Ryback. Shell shocked. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Criss Axel needs to get out of this. It looks like it's too late though. And boom, shell shocked. Ryback, thank you for coming. 1, 2, 3. No, kick out. Criss Axel just kicked out of the shell shocked out of 3 power bombs and a meat hook clothesline. That is inhuman. Now, if Criss Axel can get things going, all he has to do is outlast Ryback on resilience, and it may not look like there's a drop kick, a picture perfect drop kick. It may not look like it, but I think Criss Axel can out. Oh, until that happens, belly to belly suplex. That may be enough to keep Axel down. 1, 2, kick out. Only 2. Now Ryback just demonstrating his power. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a message. Ryback is not scared to go high risk, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, but it did not pay off. Oh, and that lines things up perfectly for Criss Axel. High risk, maybe what you want to avoid this Sunday, Ryback, because it's going to cost you right now. And Criss Axel bringing Ryback center of the ring, hooking the leg. Will that be enough? 1, 2, kick out. Ryback somehow still in this. Somehow. And now throwing Ryback into the corner. Axel looking to go top rope, but this time bringing Ryback with him. No, neck breaker, smart by Criss Axel. And now Criss Axel going high risk. Oh, there's Ryback. You better be careful. Oh, this is not looking good for Criss Axel. Fall away. Slam! Jesus. Criss Axel is in a lot of hot water right now. Going top rope may have been bad for both of these superstars, but it's going to cost Axel. No, kick out. And now Ryback. Oh, here we go. Is this shades of Goldberg? Oklahoma slam with that military press, and now Axel is done for. Look at him, and Ryback isn't. He's not done with Criss Axel. Meat hook clothesline, and Axel is out cold. Ryback just end the match. No, he's not. He's gonna do a shell shocked. You can almost see him showing Criss Alexander what exactly he's in for this Sunday. Shell shocked. 1, 2, 3, Intercontinental Champion comes out in a strong showing. I think Ryback is definitely ready for Payback. There's that triple power bomb, which we thought was going to be enough. Curtis Axel slipping out of that hold, which could have been very bad, into a sidewalk slam. Perfectly executed. And this next snap, very expertly applied by Curtis Axel, but that shell shocked is what it came down to. And Ryback is ready. Ryback is definitely ready for Sunday. And there you have it. Feed him more. Ryback has definitely just made a statement to his challenger. Both men looking very strong going into the pay-per-view. Only one winner. And here we go, Alex Snow, Titus O'Neil. Alex Snow, of course, has his brother in his corner. Titus O'Neil has Darren Young in his corner. Again, these two will meet in the pre-show of Payback for the Smackdown Tag Team Championships. The Celtic Dynasty has been riding a wave of momentum. They have been seemingly unstoppable since coming here in the iWWE, debuting against Team 3D, picking up the victory. Then last week facing the Smackdown Tag Team Champions, getting the victory. And now before their giant match in just a few days' time, they are going to go one-on-one with their respective partners in their respective corner. And here comes the challengers, the number one contenders. They have a chance to be the fastest rising tag team. And then after Sunday, they will have a chance to call themselves the iWWE Smackdown Tag Team Champions. I talked to Alex beforehand, and he said that the Celtic Dynasty is the only dynasty that's prime time. That the prime time players don't even come close to the skill, to the contention that the Celtic Dynasty have. That if this is the best that SmackDown has to offer, going through the ranks and taking the titles is going to be a breeze. But the in-ring work does pay off. It does show. Mr. No Days Off, Titus O'Neil, former football player. There's a reason why they have the gold, because their in-ring work backs up everything they can do on the mic, and everything they can do with the crowd. The Celtic Dynasty has been here for a couple of weeks. Nonetheless, if they can pull it off, I tip my hat off to them. But then it becomes, can you hold on to the titles once you win them? That's the real testament of what defines you as a champion. And Alex, not wasting any time, jumping right on Titus O'Neil, and the strength there, lifting O'Neil up. Almost for a super reverse DDT and the kick right to the face. O'Neal with the reversal. And throwing Alex over the top rope. Darren Young getting out of the way, letting the referee know that he is not getting involved in this. Oh, and Alex Snow's skull bouncing off that steel post. I think the new, belly to belly on the outside. You know that doesn't feel good. And look at Titus O'Neil lifting Alex Snow up with a gut-wrench suplex. Titus O'Neil getting in the ring at a count of 6. At a count of 7, Snow is just starting to get back to his feet. And Snow makes it in at a count of 8. But Titus O'Neil is back on the offense, was waiting for Alex Snow to get back in the ring. And Alex Snow using that smart technique, repeated moves, follow-ups. That's the key. That's what's made this team so lethal, but they've done it as a team. It's time to see what they can do individually. It's also a testament to the primetime players, though. We've seen what they can do as a team. Oh, again, Alex Snow's skull just bouncing off that steel post. And now, time to throw Titus O'Neil into that LED mat. Alex Snow, though, maybe trying to do the same thing Titus O'Neil tried to do to Alex Snow, is get him counted out at a count of 5, though. Snow's back in the ring. Count of 6. O'Neil just starting to get to his feet. I think Alex Snow is about to jump. Oh, that was a nice move, a nice reversal from Alex Snow. And it's moves like that that's going to pick you up the victory. If Alex Snow can keep up moves like that, then he will no doubt be the winner of this match, easily come home with the tag titles come Sunday. But that power of Titus O'Neil. Alex Snow trying to fight back into it. Snapmare. And an elbow. Titus O'Neil's not going to let Alex Snow get far with that one. And again, lifting him up with a giant scoop slam and going for the cover. That's one. Rope break, Alex Snow. Smart to grab the ropes there. Referee able to see it. And Titus O'Neil drops the arm. The elbow, excuse me. Nice reversal from Alex Snow using the knees off the suplex. And now throwing Gator into the corner. Oh, eats a boot. Aaron Snow throwing in a steel chair. Alex Snow eats a backbreaker. Wait, Aaron Snow distracting Titus O'Neil by bringing that steel chair in. Titus O'Neil needs to focus on the match. And there's that, that snapmare pile driver. And now, sidewalk slam. Going for the hook. Alex Snow, 1, 2, and kick out from Titus O'Neil. Darren Young looking on. Oh! Alex Snow inadvertently hit the ref accidentally in the way, and now look at Aaron Snow getting on the apron now that the ref's down. Distracting O'Neil. That might have been intentional. May have been unintentional. I guess we won't know. Definitely played a factor, though. And look at this. Alex Snow may put Titus O'Neil to sleep. No, Titus O'Neil sidewalk slam. Reversal. Very nice. Now going to work, teeing off on the #1 contenders. Oh, what a, well, we call that a back break, gut breaker, and the strength. Oh, the distracting the referee. Titus O'Neil not able to get a pinfall because Aaron distracted the ref. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Alex Snow's in trouble. Alex Snow's in a lot of trouble. Here we go, the pump handle Oklahoma slam. And now going for the pin. 1, 2, kick out. How did Alex Snow kick out of that? I have no idea. Somehow Alex Snow is still into this match. Uh-oh. That kick right to the leg, and DDT brings Titus O'Neil crashing down to the mat pretty hard. Oh, and Alex Snow with that curb stomp. That's going to be enough right there. 1, 2, 3. No, kick out. Titus O'Neil kicked out. Alex Snow can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't think the fans can believe it. I don't think the people watching at home can believe it. Snapmare brings Alex Snow down, and Titus O'Neil puts a headlock trying to stop Alex Snow from gaining any momentum. But look at this. Back to his feet. That's 1, 2 elbows. Usually does it. Oh, and a backbreaker followed by a neck breaker. That's what I'm talking about, those follow-up moves. Alex Snow. All right, what's he thinking? Takes down Titus O'Neil. Oh, look at this. Oh, and a nicely executed sling blade from Alex Snow. And there's that sidewalk slam, that tilt-a-whirl sidewalk slam. Going for the cover now. Will he have it? That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Chalk it up, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Snow wins here tonight with an assist from his brother Aaron. They are looking lethal going into Payback. They're now calling themselves the Prime Time Dynasty. Either way, the Celtic Dynasty, showing why they are worth being on primetime television. The primetime players need to step their game up come Sunday if they want to have any chance of leaving with the Smackdown Tag Team Championships. The Celtic Dynasty definitely has their number. Are we going to see the same outcome, though, on Sunday? And look at that sling blade, perfectly executed. And the fans letting the Celtic Dynasty know how they feel about them. I don't think they care. The Celtic Dynasty is the next thing in tag team wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, up next we start the co-main events. We got Sheamus taking on Sting. First time ever. As I said, Sting now being full-time in the WWE. He is here week to week to week. There's no part-times. He wants one shot at the iWWE World Heavyweight Championship. He wants it earned, and he wants one run with the belt before he retires. However, that is going to be a spot at the top of Smackdown, and that could be Sheamus' spot right now. Sheamus not too happy, however, still making it on the card of Payback. He will face Adrian Alexander. And a win for Sheamus or Adrian at that pay-per-view will solidify them as a top contender for the iWWE World Heavyweight Championship. But Sheamus needs to focus on the now. He needs to focus on Sting, who is an in-ring veteran, who knows the ins and outs a lot better than Sheamus. And that's what Sheamus needs to keep an eye out for. You can't match the experience. There's no way you're going to cram all the experience into this match. But you can use the power, that brute strength that Sheamus has. And one brogue kick is all it takes. Like everything in the iWWE, though, it's a lot easier said than it is done. And ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, the icon. If you don't know, get a clue. It is Sting. As I said, there's been one title that Sting hasn't had that he wants. The iWWE World Heavyweight Championship. Every time this guy makes his way to the ring, it seems almost surreal. And Sting, there it is, that signature point, the signature bat, the signature look. The only thing different is that Sting is now in the iWWE ring, facing the iWWE wrestlers, the best place to be. Sheamus taking on Sting. And Sheamus getting the start of this match, not going to even let the referee start before he clobbers Sting. Sheamus, you know, is pissed. He feels Sting has taken his spot. And when someone takes your spot, you have no idea how long it's going to be until your spot comes back. So Sheamus, being the guy he is going to do something about it. He's going to try to beat Sting, reclaim his spot, and become iWWE World Heavyweight Champion. Nice neck breaker there from the veteran Sting. Sheamus, though, taking the legs right from underneath him. Now Sting, the one on the offense, stomping Sheamus out. You can see Sheamus, his pecs are red, and now Sting lifting Sheamus up, letting him crash down on the mat. That could have been 7 feet straight down. Give you a minute, in case you don't know what that's like. It's like 7 feet straight down into a belly flop. That doesn't feel good, and it'll knock the wind out of you for sure. And Sheamus, there's that strength that I was talking about that he needs to use. Sting, though, countering a good amount and a sidewalk slam. Sheamus back down on the mat. And Sting with a nice Samoan drop. Although I'm almost 100% sure that he is not Samoan. It's fine. The move isn't racially secure, if you will. And now Sheamus, boot right to the face of Sting. Now Sheamus just stomping away at Sting. dropping the elbow. Sheamus definitely wanting to put Sting out, I'm sure, indefinitely. I'm sure Sheamus would love to put the entire SmackDown roster out indefinitely. And, uh-oh. A nice move there by Sheamus. 1, 2, and a kick out from Sting. I don't know why I almost said Shane. Sting. Jeez, and there goes Sheamus just kicking the life out of Sting. And now Sting coming back. Powerbomb plants Sheamus down. Going for the pin, looking to end it early. 1, 2, that kick out. There's that right hand, keeping Sting down, and Sheamus has him up. White noise. Is that gonna be it? Will that keep Sting down? 1, 2, kick out. I thought that was gonna be 3. Sting able to get the shoulder up. And with the go behind, kick to the back of the knee. Sting is back on his feet, has Sheamus up, and you know what it is. Tombstone pile driver. Sting looking at a fallen Sheamus. Will that be enough? 1, 2, and a kick out from Sheamus. Both men bringing the heat. Who's gonna turn the heat up just a little bit more? Right now, Sting has Sheamus off the ropes now. On the outside, on the apron. Sheamus. Oh, God. Sting has him. DDT on that apron. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. And now Sting continuing the assault. A giant right hand. Now tossing Sheamus into the barricade and sidewalk slam. Sting is having his way with Sheamus. And back into the barricade. Sting is not showing any mercy. I don't think I've ever seen this side of Sting before. Now Sting getting back inside the ring. Very smart. Don't want to get counted out here. Count of 7, and Sheamus is back in the ring. Sheamus throwing Sting at the ropes. Coming back and brogue kick. That's going to do it for you. Ladies and gentlemen, 1, that's 2, and that's a... I don't fucking believe it, ladies and gentlemen. And now going for the atomic drop is Sheamus with an elbow to the back of the head. Now sending Sting into the corner. Sheamus has Sting hosted up on the top. Sting with a boot. He's at the top. And a clothesline. Flipping Sheamus inside out. Going for the cover. Smart idea. 1. That's 2. And a kick out from Sheamus. Sheamus still holding on here. An elbow, though, will keep Sheamus grounded. Oh, another tombstone. Another tombstone, though, for Sheamus. That might be all she wrote. You can hear the fans chanting for Sting. Hooking the leg. Second tombstone. 2. And a kick out again. I don't know how Sheamus did that. 2 tombstones is usually all it takes for anybody. Nice picture perfect suplex from Sting. Looking like he's trying to catch his breath here. And here he comes. Looking fired up. Sheamus, stay down. Because if you don't, Scorpion Death Drop. Sting gets every last bit of it. Pinfall, 1, 2, 3. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Sting is the winner. And that's exactly what I'm saying. You cannot just look at his age as a factor. The guy has been doing this for 30 years. There comes a point in time where you pretty much know everything there is to know. And that's what it came down to. Knowing, the experience. That is why Sting is at the top of his game. That's why he is with the best right now. That's why he is going to face the legend killer, Randy Orton. Again, Payback. Will redemption look a little familiar? Will redemption look like this come Sunday? And here's that Scorpion Death Drop. Congratulations, Sting. You are one step closer to the iWWE Championship. Your next obstacle is Randy Orton. Moving on, we've got one more match, ladies and gentlemen. Don't leave quite yet, because it's our main event. Randy Orton taking on Adrian Alexander, another guy who wants to shoot to the main event, who wants a shot at the iWWE Championship. That title hunt on Smackdown is coming down to the wire. After Money in the Bank, we will know our number one contenders. After Payback, we may know our number one contenders. And that number one contender may very well be either Randy Orton or Adrian Alexander. You know that Randy Orton has gone back to his legend killer ways. He wants to rid the WWE of the older, quote-unquote, veterans in the locker room, the Chris Jerichos, the Van Dams, the DDPs, the Triple H's. The fact that they're still around and hogging up the spotlight is what Orton doesn't like. But what Orton doesn't see is that those guys paved the way for this guy. And I'm not saying that figuratively, I mean literally. If it was not for the legends in Orton's career early, he would not be who or where he is today. If you ask me, I think Randy Orton is in over his head. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. But Orton still getting it done in the ring as he picked up the victory over Sting last month at Extreme Rules. If you ask me, I think Randy Orton's as close as it gets to number one contender material on SmackDown for the iWWE World Heavyweight Championship. That could all change this Sunday, though. That could all change in this match. Randy Orton looking ready as ever. He should be, because Adrian Alexander has been on his A game as of late. Aside from a loss to Sting, even though he beat Sting in one-on-one competition, the referee missed the rope break. Either way, a win is still a win, and that's what matters in the iWWE. Tonight is no different. The wins are what matters. Who can pull off the win here tonight? Adrian or Randy Orton? Said Adrian believes it is his destiny. Is 2016 the year of Adrian Alexander? Adrian Alexander definitely has a chip on his shoulder coming in here as perhaps rank 4 behind Sheamus, behind Sting, behind Orton. He's got a lot to prove and everything to lose. Like I said, he beat Sting one-on-one, but in the triple threat he may not have gotten his wish. But either way, like I said, Adrian is still hanging in there with these guys, and that's not too easy to do. Adrian Alexander already knocking Orton outside. Now both men back inside. Orton taking advantage. Snap suplex. This is our main event, ladies and gentlemen. Now Orton working on the arm. Backbreaker. Orton has been in complete control of this match. Not even letting Adrian breathe. Off the ropes and coming back for a clothesline. Oh, we've seen this signature Randy Orton, that knee drop. It's enough to cut you open. And oh, forearm. Adrian now looks like he wants to send Orton back to the outside. Oh, here we go. What's this? Oh, sunset powerbomb to the outside. That was spectacular. I'm glad that was right in front of us. There was that foot DDT. Orton blocking the punch, answers with a forearm and sending Adrian into the announce table. And oh, a chop that can cut you down, cut you in half. And if you're Ric Flair, cut you open. Count of 5, Orton getting back in the ring. Count of 6, Adrian's back in the ring. And it's going to continue. Orton, though, catches Adrian with a float over DDT that connects. Oh no, got that arm stretch. And now Orton trying to work. There it is, that knee right back into the spine of Adrian. Adrian needs to get something going. He's not doing too well in this match. It's been all Randy Orton. There we go, Adrian now. Chance to get back into the match. Throws Orton into the commentary table. Oh, bouncing his head off it. And throwing him back into the announcer's table. Adrian definitely using his surroundings to his advantage. Now kicks to the stomach and dropping Randy Orton. What a nice combination there from the Destiny. Even picking up Randy Orton. And the reversal Russian leg sweep. Elbow. Randy Orton catches Adrian. Right hand. European uppercut. The combo's coming from Randy Orton as well. And a Russian leg sweep. These two neck and neck. Oh no, here we go. Orton working over those limbs. And this is what I mean when you have the experience factor. Oh, here we go. Cover 1. There's 2. Kick out from Adrian. I was going to say is when you have the experience factor, you know what works, you know what doesn't, you know what you can get away with, you know what may not work. And Randy Orton is doing a great job of staying on top of Adrian. Here we go. The Viper. Now RKO almost. The RKO almost puts Adrian down. Adrian answering back, shoulder tackle. Look at that, just throwing whatever that was in the face of Randy Orton. What is Adrian thinking here? And a nice reverse power slam. Orton ate that. I think Adrian is still feeling the effects of that RKO. Of course, it doesn't matter who you are. You take an RKO, you're going to feel that for a while. And now Adrian keeping Orton grounded. Orton's got to watch the shoulders. Oh, back up to a vertical base. He's got Adrian in a headlock. Reversed Russian leg sweep. What's Adrian thinking here? Getting Orton back to a vertical base and sending him right into the corner. Now he's sending him top rope. He wants the damage to be done here. He's got to do something. What's this? Oh, here we go. Spider German suplex. God, that landing's brutal. And here you go. Swanton bomb. Adrian gets all of it. Adrian, I think, is looking for that knee. A tribute to Daniel Bryan. But Orton not going to let Adrian get any part of that. Backbreaker to Adrian. Instead, Adrian is not having a good night here. 1, 2, and oh, I thought that was 3. Adrian kicks out in a split second beforehand. Now Orton cranking that neck. Orton trying to bring Adrian back up, suplex, and hits it. Orton is just putting the boots, putting the pain to Adrian. Quick cover again. 1, 2, and a kick out again. Adrian really fighting to stay in this now. Up against the ropes. Orton now sending Adrian up and over the top. Now working on the arms. He won't be able to hit that GTS move. There's the neck crank again. Looking like he's going to break the neck of Adrian. Wouldn't be surprised. Cold calculating son of a bitch. Kick to the gut. Right hand. Another right hand. Another right hand. Before throwing him back into the ring. He had a count of 6 before Orton gets back into the ring. In no hurry. I think Orton is well scouting this one, and forearm drop down to the face. Adrian trying to, oh God, that knee. Adrian is in a world of hurt right now. Snapmare bringing Adrian down. Randy Orton gets the headlock. Adrian getting back to a vertical base. Elbow. Second elbow. Adrian's out. Catches Randy Orton. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. GTS. Adrian with the cover. 1, 2. Kick out. Randy Orton kicks out. Near 3 fall. What does Adrian have to do to end the match here? Snapmare. Adrian grounds Orton. Orton's got to watch those shoulders to avoid getting pinned. Adrian trying to keep Orton grounded, doing a good job of it. Oh, Orton back to a vertical base. Kick, no, caught. Takedown. Adrian Alexander firing off all syllables, hooking the leg now. 1, that's 2, kick out. Randy Orton still in this. Adrian Alexander somehow still in this. Orton with the go behind. And RKO. That's got to be it. Chalk it up. Oh, rope break. Adrian Alexander got the rope break. If you believe that, ladies and gentlemen. From a veteran, I would think that Randy Orton would know better that that would be a rope break. Oh, what's this? Backbreaker, no! Clothesline damn near took Adrian's head off. Randy Orton back in control here. No, Adrian blocks it. Right hand to the gut. Orton, though, catches him. And Randy Orton style neck breaker. Both men are down. Orton, though, back to his feet. This is not looking good for Adrian. Look at this. Adrian trying to use Orton to get back to his feet. Right hand. Caught. DDT. I think Adrian pulled that from under his sleeve. I don't know where he pulled that DDT from. Oh, and here we go. Sunset flip. Powerbomb. Shoulders down. 1. That's 2. That's... No. Randy Orton kicked out, ladies and gentlemen. Somehow Randy Orton kicked out. These fans are loving this main event. That fisherman package pile driver. And a shoulder tackle. Randy Orton now taking control of this match. Looks like he's trying to catch his breath. Adrian getting back to a vertical base. Oh, caught. Randy Orton caught him. And here's that DDT. That spike DDT. Adrian is out. Hook of the leg. 1. Rope break. Rope break again. Randy Orton doesn't believe it. And Adrian is saved from the ropes. Look at this. Can't even make it to his feet. And a kick to the stomach. You got to admire this, though. Adrian somehow staying in this match. Headlock applied. Adrian getting back to that vertical base, not letting the oxygen get cut just yet. Still in here. Adrian has Orton up. GTS hits it with the cover out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. 1, that's 2, that's kick, that's a kick out. That's a kick out, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell is it gonna take? If you want my opinion, you're looking at the 2 best on Smackdown. Sting may have beaten Adrian last week, but the performances speak for itself, and Adrian is outperforming himself week in, week out. Randy Orton is outperforming himself week in and week out. Oh, Adrian answers with an elbow drop kick. Daniel Bryan-esque drop kick. Now back up to the feet. Randy Orton, though, right hand. Snap suplex with the hook. Does he have it? 1, 2, 3. That snap suplex, the way that Adrian bounced off the canvas, was all she wrote. That was what these two were running on, fumes. And when it came down to it, Randy Orton hit that one calculating move and capitalized on it. That was the first RKO. Adrian would end up kicking out. And then there's here this huge backbreaker that was almost a 3 count for Adrian as well. That nice takedown from Adrian. The reversal, that was what he needed to gain the momentum, and that snap suplex, that right there was what ended the match. Randy Orton was the better man tonight. Is he the better wrestler? That question remains unknown. But Randy Orton moves to Payback. Momentum in his favor. I think he's ready for Sting. I think Sting is ready for Orton. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all she wrote for Smackdown. I want to thank everybody who came out to watch. I want to thank everybody who's watching now. Payback is 3 days away. It's right around the corner. Stay tuned. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.